Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsan ila yaumiddin, amma ba'du. Hello students, we continue our lecture here about planning and controlling. We will study about planning and controlling in 5 questions, and we start here with the question 1. How to manage a plan? We're talking about how to manage a plan. Planning, the process of setting objective and determining how the best accomplishment them. Process of setting objective and determining how the best accomplish them. Process of setting objective. What is the objective? Objective is specific result or desire, outcomes that one intend to achieve. So the objective is achieving. Desired outcome, specific result or desired outcome. That is the objective. And what the plan? A plan, a statement of action. So plan is a statement of action. Step to be taken in order to accomplish the objective. That is the plan. Statement of action. So there are 3 questions here. How to manage a plan? About plan, we have 3 questions here. Firstly, what is the planning? Planning is a process. So, planning is a process. What is the objective? Objective is desire, outcome, or achieving. What is the plan? The plan is statement of action. That is the key word point in this in plan. How to manage a plan? This question. This figure will give you illustration about the role of planning and controlling in management process. We starting by planning, then leading, and then controlling, and then organizing. In planning, we have to set the direction. What we do in here, decide where you want to go. That is what, decide where you want to go. That is the target or achieving. Decide how to best go about it. How? This talking about where, but its mean is what our target. And in this here, we're talking about how. How, that is about strategy, activity we must do to decide the product, to decide the plan or achieving. After the planning, we will do leading. We will do leading, inspire effort. So this is the motivation. Give the motivation in organization people. And then we goes to controlling. What do you want to controlling? To ensure result. In this activity, we have to measure performance. We take corrective action. Measure performance, we take corrective action. That is the activity in controlling. And then we organizing, create structure, and then we set planning again to improve our activity in organization. Okay, that is illustration about the role of planning and controlling in management process. In case we use means and chain for total quality management, maybe you have know about total quality management. It focus in quality. Total mean every total, that's mean for all organization structure in this organization structure, for all level in this organization structure. For example, here corporate quality, manufacturing division, plant quality, and then supervisor quality. That mean is total for all department in this management. Okay, a sample, that is a sample. Corporate quality have objective delivery error-free product, that mean deliver error-free products, that mean customer requirement 100% of the time. So that is the target of corporate. And then manufacturing division quality objective. The manufacturing have the objective for itself, become a preferred supplier by achieving 100% on time delivery of all product. That is the manufacturing division quality objectives. And then how about plant quality objectives? In plant department, plant quality objective will be increased percent accepted by 16%. Plant quality objective increase percent accepted by 16% to meet customer delivery requirement. And how about supervisor quality? Access capabilities of machine operator and provide range. You can see this. Every department have quality objective. Every department have quality objective. Every department have quality objective. That's mean the total quality management. Okay. We're talking about types of plan. What types of plan do manager use? Types of plan we have discussed here in before topic, that the type of plan is short range and long range. Then we know this 1 year or less is short range, 1 to 2 year or 3 year more is long range. And then here we have the statement that people vary in their capability. People vary in their capability to deal effectively with different time horizon. That means not every people have a good capability in short range plan or in long range plan, because their capability to deal effectively with different time horizon. In fact, that the higher manager level focus on longer time history. You can look this, that the higher manager level focus on longer time horizon. That means their capability to deal effectively with time horizon. So the people that sit in the higher level management have to have their capability to deal effectively in longer time horizon. Another type of plan that manager use, that is about strategic plan and operational plan. We know about this in before. We just talking about this. The strategic plan and operational plan. Strategic plan, that's mean the comprehensive set broad, all broad in organization, long-term action direction, and entire organization. That is the strategic plan. How about the operational plan? Operational plan define what need to be done in specific area. Operational plan talking about specific area. Implement the strategic plan. So the operational plan is implementation of the strategic plan. So the highest level management must be focused on strategic plan, and the middle and lower level management might be focused in operational plan. What is example? What are example of operational plan? The production plan, financial plan, facilities plan, marketing plan, and human resource plan. That is the example of operational plan. Okay. Another topic about types of plan. What type of plan do manager use is talking about policies and procedure. We have the policies and procedure. In policies, we have standing plan, policy, and rule. We have standing plan, policy, and rule. What is the standing plan? Policy and procedure. Policies and procedure. Design that for repeated use. Standing plan refer to repeated use. What is about policy? Policy is guideline, that broad guideline. For what? Making decision and taking action in specific circumstance for any level in organization. So this is about the guideline. Policy is guideline. How about the rule? A rule is plan that describe exactly. So the rule is plan itself. Plan that exactly describe exactly what action are to be taken in specific situation. So the rule is specific. Rule is specific. We can see this. The keyword. Standing plan is repeating use. Policy is guideline for making decision and taking action. A rule for specific situation. So the rule must be very specific. Okay. We have another term in planning. The types of plan to manager use. Maybe we have known about budget and schedule. Budget and schedule. Budget and schedule. Budget. We know about budget. Budget is, what is budget? Single-use plan that commit resource to activities, project, or program. This is very flexible, fixed, flexible, and zero-based budget. What does it mean about zero-based budget? What does it mean about a zero-based budget? Okay, I will take this for assignment to you. What does it mean about the zero-based budget? What does it mean? And then the project, one-time activities. So the project is one-time activities that have clear beginning and endpoint. Project management and project schedule. He's talking about budget and project, single-use plan, only use once to meet the need and objective of well-defined situation in timely manner. That is the single-use plan. Okay. And next, we're talking about tool and technique for planning. What are the useful planning tools and technique that manager use? Firstly, we're talking about forecasting. Do you know forecasting? Forecasting. In forecasting, we making assumption. We making assumption. What will happen in the future? So assumption for the future. Forecasting is assumption for the future. We making assumption for the future. And then we have two types in forecasting, the qualitative and quantitative. In qualitative, use expert opinion. In quantitative, use mathematical and statistic analysis. So we need the data here. We need the expert here, opinion or expert. That is the forecasting. All forecasting rely on human judgment. So the forecasting, human judgment. Planning involves deciding on how to deal with the implication of forecast. So planning that is about the implication of forecast. Maybe in Indonesian, in Bahasa, we call the forecasting like ramalan. Forecasting like ramalan maybe. But it is different because the forecasting is the logical system to making assumption about the condition in the future. That is the forecasting. And then we're talking about contingency. In contingency, identify alternative courses. We have to identify alternative courses of action that can be implemented in mid-need and changing circumstance. We know about this, changing circumstance, because the environment always changing. Environment always change. So we have to anticipate this. So in our planning, we have to make alternative, okay, to anticipate changing condition. We know about this. The condition, environment, organization must be changed. Changing is always. Contingency plan contains 6 points. Okay, that is the part of contingency. In our planning, we have to make our planning have a contingency. Okay. In question 3, we have another question here about the scenario planning. Scenario planning, a long-term vision. Yeah, scenario planning, that is the long-term vision. Identify alternative future scenario, make plans the same like the contingency planning. Okay. And we have another tool, the benchmarking. We have discussed the benchmarking in the topic before. Okay. We have talking about benchmarking in before topic. What about benchmarking? Use of external comparison to better evaluate current performance and identify possible action for the future. Use of external comparison. So the benchmarking is external comparison. That is the point. External comparison. What for? To evaluate our concurrent performance, identify maybe possible action for the future. External comparison. The benchmarking must be external comparison. What for? To evaluate our current performance and identify the possible action for the future. So we can use their strategy, we can use their maybe their strategy in our organization. That is the useful of the benchmarking. So we have adopting best practice of other organizations that achieve superior performance. We have adopt. In Bahasa we know about ATM, amati, tiru modifikasi. That is about pen matching. Pen marking that about the external comparison. We know about the SNI, SNE, and we know about accreditation. That is the pen marking. Pen marking. Okay. I think it is clear enough. And then we continue in the next. In question 3, that is talking about the tool and technique in planning. Maybe an organization use staff planner, but not every organization use staff planner. For special condition, maybe the staff planner function for total organization or one of its major component. Maybe that is a consultant to making planning, to make a planning. Okay. We next. The participation and involvement is another tool and technique. Do you know about this? Participation and involvement. Participatory planning requires that the planning process include people who will be affected by the plan and or will help implement them. Benefit of participation: creativity in planning, increase availability information, foster understanding, acceptance, and commitment to final plan. We know about this. When we involve people that in organization, to give participation in planning process, that will promote creativity in planning and increase valuable information, because they know what will we do, because they know what plan that organization decide to the future condition. Okay. We can illustrate here about participation and involvement that can help building commitment to plan, because we allow other people in organization to participate in the planning, building commitment of plan. So they have good information about the plan. Maybe, yes. Firstly, we define planning objective, and then determine where things stand vis-a-vis objective, determine where, and develop promise regarding future condition, and identify action alternative, and implement plan and evaluate. Okay, every people have to participate in this activity. That's mean of participation and involvement. And then we in talking about the control process. In planning, we have to make standard to control process. What about controlling? We know about the controlling is the process of measuring performance. In control, we have the measure process. We have the measuring process. We have note every activity, every performance. What for? Measuring performance. To taking action to ensure desired result. Right? The process of measuring performance. That is the controlling. Firstly, step in controlling, it must be measuring performance. So from this step we got the data, and this data we will analyze and we will evaluate to know what is lack in organization implementation of the planning, and then we must to take action to ensure desired result, to ensure organization desired result. Okay, has a positive and necessary role in the management process. Yes, that is positive and necessary role. Ensure that the right thing happen in the right way and at the right time. Think about right thing. So this talking about effective. Yes, effective or efficient. Effective or efficient. The thing right, that is effective or efficient, and the right thing, effective or efficient. Okay, that's your opinion. Organization learning and after action review. We have to review. That is the controlling. Measuring, then ensure that the right thing happen the right way and right time, and then action review. So in control process we have 4 steps here. Firstly, step 1, we have to establish objective and standard. Objectives and standards of organization. And then secondly, we have to measure the performance. And then we have to compare result, objective and standard. What we compare? The measure data versus objective, okay, or standard. That mean of compare. Data come from measure actual performance in step 2. Objective and standard come from the step 1. So compare result is we compare the step 2 with the step 1. And then finally in control process we have to take corrective action. Take action here. We have to take action. Take action. It must be corrective action if or when the measure is not complete to the objective or standard. Okay, that is the control process. In process control is similar to in process control maybe. We have set point here. That is the set point. And then we have use measure actual performance. That means we have use sensor to get the actual performance of the process. And then we have compare result. We have comparator. And then take action. We have the final control element. That is the statement in statement control in process control. Okay, that is similar because this is the control process. Okay, for make you clearly understand about the process control. I'm sorry, not process control. The control process in management here. I will illustrate you in 4 steps here. In figure, you can see this. Step 1, we have to establish performance objective and standard. So talking about objective and standard, that is the set point. And the step 2, you have to measure actual performance. And the step 3, you have to compare. And the step 4, you have to take action, necessary action. Okay, that is the illustration about the 4 steps in control process, in management or in process control. Okay, we talking to detail in step by step. In step 1, establishing objective and standard. What we're talking is here output standard. We have output standard. What are the output standard in management? In management term, we're talking about quality, quantity, cost, and time. We have standard about 4 terms of in management: quantity, quality, cost, and time. And then we have a standard and objective. We have standard and objective in input. What will we do in input? In term amount of work expended in task performance. Work expended in task performance. Input talking about the resource. Okay. Resources. That is the input standard. Output standard is the result. Quantity, quality, cost, and time. In step 2, we have to measure actual performance. In controlling process, we have to measure actual performance. Goal is accurate measurement. We're talking about accurate measurement. That is the interesting step in measure actual performance. Accurate measurement. In learning process, we have the measuring tool, that is in task, assignment, a test. This for measuring your performance about the learning process, any method. So we have to think the accurate measurement of actual performance. Accurate. Not every measure is accurate. So we have to think the best tool to measure the organization performance to get the accurate measurement of actual performance result and or performance effort. About result and effort. Okay. Don't only focus on result, but you have to look the effort. Appreciate the effort, not only result. That is the principle in management. Because we have to lead them to improve their capability. Okay, not judge them. We have to improve them. So we always see here result and their effort. Don't only see the result and abandon the effort. That is fault in organization when you be a manager. Okay. And this step, we must to identify significant difference between actual result and original plan and plan. result and plan. We have to see the significant difference. Significant. Maybe in small difference, we have to tolerate in small difference. No problem. Right? We have to identify the significant actual result and original plan. Effectively control requires measurement. Effective control requires measurement. Always. Okay. That is the step 2, measure and comparison. And then we go to step 3 about the comparing. How we comparing result with objective, result with standard. In this step, we need for action reflect the difference between desired performance and actual performance. Desire and actual. We know about this. We have desire. We need something as our desire. But in fact, we got the actual performance. How we compare this? We have to compare result with objective and standard. So we have to choose the comparison method. What with the comparison method we do? Can be historical comparison, can be relative comparison, can be engineering comparison. There are 3 comparison methods here: historical, relatively, and engineering. Historical is talking about time or period. Time or period. We compare result today to result the last, to result before day. Okay, that's mean historical comparison. The result is up or down from before result. Result no, up or down from before result. That's mean historical comparison. Relative comparison, our result we compare to another organization, might be similar our organization, about their result. That is the relative. How about this? An engineering comparison, and that is very specific in engineering space. Engineering comparison. Okay, we continue to step 4. Step 4 is the finally in control process. We have to taking corrective action. Taking action here, discrepancy exists between desire and actual performance. It's talking when a discrepancy exists. So maybe in controlling we do no action. Why we do no action? Why no action? No action. Why we do no action in controlling? This question will be assignment for you to answer about why in control process we do no action. Management by exception. In this step, we know about management by exception, giving attention to situations showing the greatest need for action. So he's talking about greatest need. Not every discrepancy must be or correct, but we're talking about greatest need. The greatest need. So we have types of exception: problem situation or opportunity situation. Problem or opportunity. We have chosen it. Okay, there are two types. Okay, that is the fourth step in control process related to the planning. Okay, so in planning we have to decide what will we control in our planning. Okay, like in process control, we have here the control configuration. Firstly, the forward control. Forward, feed forward control. Feed forward control talking about before a work activity begins. Before a work activity begins. To ensure objectives are clear. So the objective must be clear, because when the objective is not clear, we cannot do activity well. So objective must be clear. And then proper direction. So we're talking about the strategy. Proper direction. And then right resource. In feed forward, what are the goals in feed forward? To ensure objectively must be clear. Then the direction is right. And then the resource available. Okay, so focus on quality of resource in input variable. That's like in process control, input variable. That the feed forward control strategy that implement to the organization too. Okay, we continue to the second configuration in control. We know about the concurrent control. What about the concurrent control? Is during work process. Concurrent, that's mean during work process. Feed forward, that's mean before the process is begin. Concurrent during work process. We have to monitor ongoing operation and make sure they are being done according to plan. Ongoing operation. We have always monitor ongoing operation. So in our lecture, we always give you assignment in every week. What for? Do you know about this strategy? Our strategy, or my strategy. Do you know about this? Why I give you assignment in every week? Because I want to use the concurrent control. During work process, I always give you matter like this video, and then I give you any question, short question, to ensure that you understand about our matter or our topic. Okay, that's mean the concurrent control. In the test, in middle test or in final test, that is middle test, it can be see this in mid test as concurrent control. Yeah, concurrent control. Okay, what one we do? Why we use concurrent control? To reduce loss. To reduce loss in finished product or service, in finished step. Nothing. I do not want you fail in this subject. So I give you assignment in every week, because I do not want you fail in this subject. You have to be a good manager. Okay. And then the next configuration in process, in control process, not in process control, in control process, is about feedback control. So we have three configurations here: feed forward, concurrent, and feedback. How about feedback? In our learning process, you have to make the evaluation to the lecture. You have to answer any question to evaluate the lecture about their lecturing process. That means it feedback control. From this, the lecturer can improve their capability to do their job. Okay. The feedback control is taking work is completed. After work is completed. After. Before. Ongoing. After. Yes. We have three. Control configuration. Before. Feed forward. Before. Concurrent ongoing. And feedback after. After work is completed. It just be completed. Work is completed. So in feedback control, we focus on quality and end result. Quality control and end result. Provide useful information for improve future operation. So this feedback control useful for improve future operation. For future operation. That means the evaluation. Maybe it can be evaluation to improve future operation. Okay. We have three control configuration, like in the process control. Okay. I can illustrate here the feed forward, concurrent, and feedback. Feed forward focus on input. Feed forward focus on input. So what is the objective of the feed forward? Solve problem before they occur. So in feed forward, we want to solve problem before occur. Focus on input. In concurrent, work. Focus on work. To solve while. Solve problem. Every control have to solve problem. Yeah? That is the objective of control. Solve problem. In this before, in this configuration is while, in this configuration is after. Focus on input, focus on work, ongoing, focus on output. Work throughput, ongoing, that is on output. Have the internal control and external control. The internal control will allow motivate individual and group exercise self-discipline in fulfilling job expectation. So that is we want to modify. We want to motivate it individual and group. We want to motivate it. External control occur through personal supervision and use formal administrative system. Personal supervision. Okay. Continue in the final question. What are the common organization control? What are the common organization control? Firstly, and this is the interesting thing in the organization, is about the discipline system. Discipline system. We use the control to discipline system. Can you imagine if in our lecture we do not have absency? we do not have tests. Can you imagine this? You will see about the discipline system. Progressive discipline ties reprimand to be severity and frequency of the employee infraction. Progressive discipline. Make the discipline progressive. Okay, the discipline system. That's it. And what are the common organization control? Another financial aspect of organization performance. That is the interesting thing in organization, in industrial organization or in business organization, is always talking about financial. So it must be controlled. The financial aspect, it must be controlled by organization. What is the method? Liquidity, leverage, asset management, and profitability. We will talking about this matter in the next subject, in the next topic, in the next week. Next, maybe in seven meeting, liquidity, leverage, asset management, and profitability. We will talking about this in financial management. In financial management. Okay. So in this term, we have to know that the financial is interesting. Financial aspect is interesting for organization to be controlled. Okay. And then what are the common organization control? It can be break-even analysis. What for? Break-even analysis to use new product, new program, initiative. Yeah? Because in this analysis, we determine a point that with sales revenue are sufficient to cost over sales versus the cost. That's mean in break-even analysis. So we have the formula here. Break-even analysis. Break-even point is fixed cost per price minus variable cost. What does it mean about price minus variable cost? That's mean the profit every product. So break-even point is fixed cost per profit every product. We can see this formula. The break-even point is fixed cost per profit every product. You can see this. Price minus variable cost. That means the profit every product. Okay. We can use graphical approach to break-even analysis. You can see this. This is the loss area. This is the loss area. Because the cost, the total cost, that line is total cost. Okay. Upper than the sales, total sales. That is the total sales, and that is the total cost. And then in this area is profit area. The horizontal line is unit sales, and the vertical line is the dollar or rupiahs in cost and revenue. In cost and revenue. So the break-even point is here. This is the break-even point. Break-even point. Even. Equilibrium. We can see this equilibrium. Okay, that is the illustration of graphical approach to break every point. What another subject in organization must be control? Purchasing control. Purchasing control is interesting too. As a productivity tool, trend in purchasing control, levering buying power, committing to small number of suppliers. So we focus on a small number of suppliers. Do you know what? Committing to a small number of suppliers. Working together in supplier purchase partnership. So, what is partnership? Leveraging. Do you know about the leveraging? Do you know about the leveraging? Leveraging buying power. Do you know about this? We buy 1 million, but we buy 1 million, but we purchase we purchase 1 million, but we use our money small than our purchasing. Leveraging. Maybe we can use debt. Leverage. Another interesting subject which must be controlled is inventory control. To ensure that inventory is just the right size. Right size to meet performance need, thus minimizing the cost. You know, minimizing cost. But must be meet performance need. Meet to need. Meet to need. Right size, meet need, but minimizing the cost. Minimizing the cost. That is the goal of inventory control. What are the method? Method to inventory control is economic order quantity, just-in-time scheduling, and extract. Okay. And then we continue in statistical quality control. Statistical quality control. Quality control involves checking process, material, product, and service. Involve checking process, material, product, and service to ensure that they meet high standard. Statistical quality control involves taking sample of work, measuring quality in samples, determining the acceptability of result. Okay, that is what are the common organization control. That's all. Thank you very much for attention. If you have any question, please write your question in the discussion in our platform. But if you do not have a question, I will give you a question. I will give you assignment in every week. Do you know about this? I will give you assignment in every week for concurrent. Okay, thank you very much for attention. Meet you again in the next subject.